Today is May 29th, and I have another message from the aliens. This message has two parts, and the first part is demons are not real. I'm an interdimensional communicator, and for some reason, that means that the most common theme in my comment section on my videos is demons. So here's what you need to understand. First of all, evil is human-made. So if what you're really talking about when you say demons is evil, look to the humans to figure out what you need to protect yourself from. Now, secondly, the only demons that are real are the ones that you create, accept, and consent to. Now, I was told by a trusted source that demons are not real, and I believe it with my whole heart. Therefore, I do not consent to the existence of demons. Therefore, I live in a timeline, in a reality where demons do not exist. I also live in a reality where I am well protected from anything that may want to harm me, spirit or otherwise. You don't have to join me in my reality. I'm not asking you to believe anything other than what's in your heart, what your heart tells you is true. You're welcome to put yourself in a reality where you are haunted by demons and are justified in your fear, but I will not be joining you there. My reality does not include demons, but it does include tricksters, which is what Alien 7 was and what Apollo was for me in my awakening process. Now, many people in the comment section of my last couple videos in particular accused 7 of being a demon. Now, he isn't a demon because, again, demons aren't real. They're the ones you create by inviting them in and believing in them. But also you should know that even the beings you think are totally benevolent are not. So I'm here to share another clip with you from Monday's live session with Apollo so that you can learn a little bit more about the role of tricksters in our spiritual journey. This is also an opportunity for you to see me channel in real time and then use dowsing rods to validate the yes and the no answers that I'm feeling in my body. And again, let me show you what the rods look like. I mean, people love to say that the rods are fake, but let me just show you. Like when I'm not channeling, it is very hard to get the rod. I'm just trying to get them to neutral. You would know if I was fake. Anyway, you get it. Here's the clip. Here's a great question that I wanted to get into today. What's the purpose of a trickster? Well, again, I think that's why we got Apollo with us today. Trickster energy. Okay, there's a couple things, and I'm gonna just listen to Apollo for a minute. There's 3 points he wants to make about tricksters. Is that correct? Yeah, 3. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Yeah. Okay, the first point about tricksters is it is a leveling up. If you feel like you're receiving some trickster energy, congratulations, you have reached that level. This goes with the territory of spiritual growth. If you pursue growth, by definition, you are going to encounter a trickster. That is what happens. Let's get confirmation from Apollo. Apollo, is that correct so far? Yes. Someone in my comments today was like, oh, I only connect with benevolent beings. And when I saw that, I was like, that's what you think. Because beings, just like humans, have both light and darkness. Is that correct, Apollo? That beings, spiritual beings, like humans, yes, have light and darkness just like we do. And they're also well, let me ask this. So I'm not hearing the word all, but I am hearing the word most or many interdimensional beings, many spirits are also on a spiritual journey. Is that correct? Yes. So again, as above, so below. This applies here too. Apollo, is there such a thing as a 100% benevolent being? No. Okay. No. No, I'm hearing that you say that there could be a mostly, 90%. Okay. But that's not the same as being purely benevolent or purely malevolent. Okay, that was point number 1. You cannot reach the highest levels of spiritual growth without encountering a trickster or two, because that is part of the curriculum, period. So what you do when that happens and how long it takes you to get to the other side of that particular chapter, and that chapter might come again. It's not, you might have that pop quiz every once in a while, but it is part of the learning process. Okay, again, that was part one. Thing two was just the fact that it's a teacher. A trickster is, let's again ask Apollo. Apollo, would you say always a teacher? No. So you're saying, Apollo, that sometimes they're just not, sometimes they're just playful. And okay, thank you. And is playful a good way to characterize that? Yes. As opposed to dangerous. Tricksters, is it the goal of a trickster to actually harm us? No. Is it the goal of the trickster to maybe waste our time? Yep. Is it a goal of the trickster to maybe like waste our energy? Yep, that's another yes. So that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. So that's the whole thing. Demons are not real, but tricksters very much are. They are an inevitable chapter in your spiritual growth curriculum, and you should expect those pop quizzes. Tricksters win by keeping you from what you really want. They're designed to make you question your spiritual beliefs and maybe even your sanity. They're only meant to be a speed bump, but many people do get stopped altogether when a trickster shows up, which is one of the trickster's jobs. They weed out the people who are not truly committed to their journey, who aren't really ready to take the next step. And to those of you who consider yourself experts in spiritual inquiry but think you haven't experienced tricksters, you probably have. Either that or you haven't pushed yourself as hard as you think you have on your journey. Working with a trickster is a form of initiation. The point is to learn the lesson and get to the other side of it so that you can benefit from the new level that was unlocked by the initiation. Now, all that said, the most important thing is to use your own discernment. Decide for yourself what's true for you. Decide for yourself what reality you choose to live in. Do you want to choose in a reality filled with demons where you're justified in living in fear? Or do you want to join me in a reality where demons aren't real, tricksters are teachers, and aliens are going to be visible throughout the sky and in the news by the end of summer? I'm choosing the latter.